Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and there's kind of a slowdown in the economy right now, and so there's not a lot of new construction, and what has been taking place has been slowed down and some even stopped. A while back I filmed some construction of a new supermarket site, and that has been totally stopped. They're not doing anything. It's all gated off. And other areas are also slowing down. So as I took off this morning and was going to fly around our yard and show you some of my son's projects and stuff, DJI Dorothy, she warned me that there was a plane coming in our area. So I popped into this function and started seeing which one it was, because I could hear a plane coming towards me overhead, and but I couldn't figure it out, and I couldn't figure out which one of those circles was actually the plane that was coming over us. So I finally gave up on that, and so I'm going to kind of fly around here and show you some of the things that are taking place, and then also I'll tell a story. Now that there is the Corvette that my granddaughter's husband restored. It's not totally finished yet, but he did an excellent job. I'm super proud of him. Put a new engine in it and repaired everything that had been just weatherized and stuff sitting around for so many years. So that was his project, and then as we come over here, there's a couple of vehicles right there in front of us. The one on the left is an automotive repair job that my son did, and that's all finished up. And I don't know exactly what the situation is, but anyway, he finally got that finished. And then over next to that is my granddaughter's project. It's a Trans Am, and it still runs, but the whole car is in need of restoration. And so that's going to become her project, or it is, she just hasn't had time to get to it yet. And then as we come around, that dark truck at the top, that's a friend of my son's who kind of got interested in doing some restoring, and so he bought that, and it needs a lot of work on it. And so, but there's a lot of room for parking here, so he'll get to it sooner or later. And then the yellow truck is actually a restoration project that my son has in line in order to make it look like a new truck, kind of, I guess. And then the one without the hood, that one belongs to my granddaughter. It's a piece of junk, except that the motor runs, and she's planning on pulling the motor out of it. And as we turn around here, there I am standing down there flying my drone. But as we come around here, she's planning on putting that engine into this old Oldsmobile. I don't know, I can't remember the year, but anyway, she got it at a very reasonable price, and so she's going to put that engine into this Oldsmobile and restore it to a certain point. I don't think she'll have it all repainted or anything. I'm not exactly sure. And all the tarps on top of the vehicles are there because we had to buy a bunch of tarps when the roof was leaking before we put the new coating on it. And that there is that car belongs to my wife and I. Then we're going to come around here and we're going to look into by the way, there's the 69 Chevy pickup that my son has. It's completed, it's all finished, and he's going to leave the patina finish on it. We're going to come around here and look into the shop door, because in the shop he's working on another project, and these are all paid projects that he'll make money on. So anyway, there's one more I'll take you around front here in a minute to look at, but let me get started on today's story. when I was in high school, remember, if you've been following my channel, in the last video, I talked about how I overheated the brakes trying to stop at a stoplight. Well, and another example of my foolishness is I used to load up the car with kids, and it was amazing. Things were so different back then. I'd tell them I'd take them downtown Seattle to the Youth for Christ rally, and there were so many kids that were willing to go, and so I'd load up my car and go downtown Saturday night and go to the YFC Youth for Christ rally. And so this one time, my folks let me borrow their car, and it was a two-door Pontiac, a 1956 Pontiac two-door hardtop. And so I had the car full of 6 kids. We went down there and we did the rally, and then when it was over, we went up onto Capitol Hill and got hamburgers and milkshakes and things like that. And I did that. That was a routine every Saturday night after the rally. I go back to my old. It was an old hamburger stand that you stood outside and ate your hamburger and drank your pop, or you could sit in your car. And I grew up in that up on Capitol Hill, and so I knew where all the good stuff was. So anyway, we're coming around here, and then we're going to look down and take a look at that truck that is all finished up, ready for the owner to come pick up. So on this one particular Saturday night, I had my folks' car, and I had it filled with kids. We went up, we got our hamburgers and our milkshakes, and we sat there at the drive-in and finished them up and got them all done. And then I always like to, have a little bit of fun. And there was this, if you've ever driven north through Seattle on Interstate 5, as you go through Seattle and you look on the left side as you're heading north, you're above the ground quite a bit. You're elevated above the ground. But on the right side, it's like it's the side of a hill. Well, that hill, before the freeway was put in, that hill was, it had a couple of roads that went straight down. So I thought, well, we'll go down, because it leveled off at the crossroads, and you'd kind of bounce as you went over the top. So we went down this hill, and we came bouncing over the top, and everybody went, whoa, or not over the top, but every time we hit a crossroad and you go off and go down again, it was like going straight down. And so we were all excited, having fun. The only thing is, when we got to the bottom of the hill with 6 kids in the car, and I put the brake on, headed down this steep hill, the brakes overheated, and fortunately we were able to coast across a cross street with a busy 4-lane street that wasn't busy as we went across. And we pulled off to the side because everybody was kind of nervous. We had just ran through a red light and on a busy street. And so God was good, protected us, and the rear wheels were smoking because of the overheated brakes, but everything turned out okay. And over to the left of this shot, and we're going to look at it here, is that mystery door. So I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.